Greetings, my excellent friend. Color's slightly off. Slid it down. Anyway. I am here late today. I had a good reason. I had to be awake way longer than normal because we went to look at a house. As has been a thing, I moved out of where I'd been previously and into a temporary rental, the plan of which being to use the time here to look for a permanent place. We like the one we saw. Now, I'm not in charge of the buying and bidding and everything, so my job was to identify that I would be happy with this if it turned out to be an acquisition, say, which I did. Now my job, for the sake of my anxiety, is to forget about it. Because it could very easily be outbid, won by someone else. It's not an auction, but it's a private sale that basically works like an auction without having to go anywhere. There'll be an open channel in which the agent will be like, all right, well, I'm getting offers for this amount. Does anyone want to beat that? And then keep going until somebody beats down all the others. If there's a bunch of people, if we're lucky, we're the only ones who go for it, then it would be what we want at the price we want. But I don't know. That's not happening for a couple of weeks, so my inclination is to, all right, I'm going to think about this. So I am tempted to lead a non-denominational, non-religious prayer circle on stream as it gets closer to fill the proceedings with good vibes. Perhaps. Get us this very nice place that would tick all of the boxes that we have, which is why it's like, yeah, if that works out, we don't have to look for another one. In any case, we have a chapter 4 to finish. The chapter 4 of Cao Cao's story. I have, meanwhile, just about finished oh, this is not an inn I need to get.
It's you!
The last thing I did was buy Muso bonds. Feel like I'm supporting the war effort. Buy Muso bonds! No, I've got 6 out of 9 Panaceas and Muso bonds both now, even though I'm not really using either.
Go show him what you're made of.
But my skill points are being used. Yeah, I have in fact been beating up Cao Cao's forces over and over again, which is funny, because we're serving him, but,
Here you are.
there's like 2 challenges left, and one of them is this one, and the reason why I haven't done it is because it's actually one of the few cases where it's shared between 2 routes, this Battle of Baimar and Yanji, and I can actually get it on Cao Cao's side. today on stream. So I will do that. Otherwise, Chapter 4 is completely done in terms of these two routes. Obviously, we've got to finish the South South story. And then Chapter 5, I've done the Wu route, and I've almost done Liu Bei. I've just got one battle left, which is Bo Wang Po. Defeat Li Dian and Eugene before they reach the base to stage the fire attack. That gets me the ultimate Po Dao weapon. I just ran out of time to do this. I was going to and get it all wrapped up yesterday, but again, we had to see well, this morning, but we had to go see a house, so I went and did that. So I was going to do it now, because one battle isn't going to cost us that much extra time on the stream, and it's the last one, so it feels annoying to have to log in off camera to pick something up when it's just going to be one battle. We'll bring a Wu character. I like bringing characters that don't belong on the battlefield, because it just it creates an extra ally on the battlefield, whereas if I take one of the actual people who belong here, then I'm, taking up their space. So we'll just bring along Zhou Yu. And yeah, the challenge here is to defeat Li Dian and Eugene before they reach the base to stage the fire attack. Now, are they on the battlefield at all? Yes, they're up here. So I guess we will just push ahead to the front. They're going to leave, though, as I recall. It's not all these dudes at the large force peter off a little, except for Zheng Liao, I think, if I remember rightly. So we just be aware of them and chase them down at some point.
My wisdom.
Let's go.
Though the fire attack's ours.
Once we take G,
I guess
the
we're like
supremacy of Cao Cao will be close at
sabotaging
hand.
our own trap.
To battle! Cut down all who stand in our way!
I believe in the wisdom and bravery of my people. We will stop the rampage of Cao Cao's forces together.
Oh, there you go.
Take this!
Our central forces will block the enemy advance. Meanwhile, the flanks are to capture critical locations to prepare for our plans.
I don't want to charge
As
the
long
large
as
force
everyone
just
does their
above
job,
us.
victory is all but certain.
Take this.
Let us take the first step toward bringing about Lord Liu Bei's rule.
quicker. Gotta be quicker than that.
It is just as Lord Zhuge Liang said. Archers, let your arrows fill the sky.
Didn't expect an ambush here. We won't last long with these arrows raining down on us.
Yeah, they haven't moved.
Do not waver! Advance and take out their commanders! Kids, march!
I see you. Let's get serious. Is that it? Don't let your guard down. With all my might. Now.
Looking rough. This dude, there he is.
Don't let your guard down. Take that. Time to attack. Time to act. Now. All my might. Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough. Easy. Looking rough. Take that. Take this. Looking rough. Sends here. Take this. An opening. In this here. Take that. That it. We'll break you. I've been waiting for this. That an officer? You
I
must
don't
be
think
kidding.
he broke me.
The enemy
he said he was
officer
going to break me.
has been
He
defeated.
lied.
Looking rough.
With each victory, I grow even stronger.
Time to attack. Let's go. I'm counting on you.
The way is clear. We will now assault the strongholds from the north.
They are still there.
Advance now.
Let's go.
Do I go from now? Because I think I do need to go from now before they
Our enemies
head
fell
off.
to my
And if they head
incredible
off in
might.
different directions, I know you better. They're only +1s. It's just that Zhang Liao is in the way. I just go for them. It's safer.
I feel so uneasy
Yeah, there we
suddenly.
go. Okay, they want to
Lord
move.
Eugene, we should head to the
Are they going different directions? Shit. Why are they doing that?
defend the base.
I can't understand your reasoning, but it is crucial to defend the base. I have no objections.
Begin the advance.
Okay, them going in different directions means I might have gone after them earlier.
Next, we have to capture the base in the forest. All of this is a bit too precise for my liking.
With all my might.
It'll just be a case of not triggering whatever this attack is.
All right.
Oh, it just said I failed the challenge, so
Go.
Alright, we'll charge those two at the beginning then, fine.
Let's go.
Once we take Jing, the supremacy
Ignore
of
the
Cao
rest
Cao
of the
will be
battle
close
and
at
just
hand.
fucking
To
launch
battle!
them and
Cut
try
down
not
all
to
who
die
stand in
in
our
the
way.
large force.
I believe in the wisdom and bravery of my people. We will stop the rampage of Cao Cao's forces
The
together.
good news is the two we have to defeat are the weakest officers there. It's just a matter of avoiding the other
Our
guys.
central forces will block the enemy advance. Meanwhile, the flanks are to capture critical locations to prepare for our plans. As long as everyone does their job,
By avoiding it, I mean not getting twatted from the side by Zhang Liao.
let us take the first step
It's gotta be quicker
toward
than that.
bringing about Lord Liu Bei's rule.
It is just as Lord Zhuge Liang said. Archers, let your arrows fill the sky.
Didn't expect an ambush here. We won't last long with these arrows raining down on us.
Do not waver! Advance and take out their commanders! Let's march!
Well, we seem to have
Rushing all the
pushed
way
him
out
away from
here.
everybody else.
Well, if you wish to become my prey, then I'll
mind, there's
happily
Eugene.
hunt you.
Jumping into the fray like this, you seem rather sure of your abilities.
You are foolish for charging ahead like this. If you were under my
But he's half
command,
dead
I would
already.
have you executed.
With all my might.
And he's mostly dead.
Let's go.
So these are good signs. I don't know where you came from. I'm not interested though.
Let's go.
Take that!
Gotta be
I
quick.
mean, I could, I suppose.
I see you.
What if I just stayed here and killed all these people?
The enemy officer has been
Suppose things
defeated.
aren't going my way today. Maybe next time.
This will do it. Our enemies fell to my incredible might.
Failed.
The
There's
enemy
the
officer
I
challenge.
failed,
has
son.
been defeated.
I shall analyze later. For now, I must pull back.
That an officer? You must be kidding!
With all my might.
See? Now's the time!
With each victory, I grow even stronger.
An opening. Let's try.
The way is clear!
I've been waiting
We
for
will
this.
now assault the strongholds from the north and capture them! Advance now!
Okay. I'm committed now. I'm just killing these people. Ow!
Our
That's
enemies
rude.
fell to my incredible might.
Let's assault these two, then go to Ultimate Muso, and then I'll heal.
Next, we have to capture the base in the forest. All of this is a bit too precise for my liking.
The enemy officer has been
Actually,
defeated.
can I get him an assault before I open it.
All right! It's time to head out and do my part!
My forces aren't actually suffering down here. Like they're largely hanging tough. I thought they would have gotten annihilated because there's so many strong enemies, but
They've taken that location. It seems we might get pincered. See?
Take that! Take that!
Show you ends.
We take it back. Simple. Tell the rear guard to move forward. Begin the advance.
The momentum is on our side. An excellent opportunity.
Yeah, this is working out.
Looking rough. Take that!
I'm sorry. I'm going to withdraw.
All my might. Take that!
With all my might.
Take that!
Someone's finally dying. Who is it? Just a nameless.
To have you here is all I need. I am counting on you, now and beyond.
To lose to the I shall pull
The
back
enemy
for
officer
now.
has
However,
been
we
defeated.
shall meet in battle again.
Just as Lord Chugu Lian said, their defenses are weak.
The enemy officer
It is as if
has
he
been
has
defeated.
accounted for every twist and turn the battle might take.
Yeah. We did as we were told, but apparently our allies aren't ready. I guess we'll have to wait a bit.
Well, I've completely destroyed the central force.
Drawn them in far enough. Fall back as planned.
With all my...
So we're kind of ahead of schedule.
The center of their formation looks to be unraveling. Concentrate our troops there.
All my might. How could I?
There's
The
one
enemy
more base,
officer
Time to
so I'm
advance.
taking
has
it.
been defeated.
Then I'll go help the middle. Already got the challenge done, so...
Is that it?
So, the trap is ready.
Whoa. Is that
The
it?
time has come to set the plan into motion.
Is that it?
This territory with your might is ours. I am certain we will see it done.
I have secured the area.
This appears to be as far as we go.
Oh no, Fu Shiren needs my help. If anything, it would be a benefit to the Shu Kingdom if Fu Shiren were to die right here, just because he's a rotten traitor later, but oh well. Guess we'll say it now.
With a solid stratagem, I challenge you to battle.
Just a solid stratagem involving getting your ass beat by a man on a big red horse.
This position has been secured. Now it is
The
time
enemy officer
to carry out the plan.
has been defeated.
With all my might.
Yeah.
Looking rough. Yeah. Well, so that's what they were after. How could I let them deceive me?
I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I can't
The
believe
plan's
this.
aim has been achieved. Has been defeated. Now, the rest is down to our warriors. May you all fare well in battle. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can't go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Can't.
We've got comrades currently engaged.
The enemy officer
Let's go give them our
has
support.
been defeated.
There goes
Let
them.
us advance.
Oh, there's one more.
I trust in my skill.
No, there
There is
isn't.
now a way to victory. Charge them head on and push into their main camp. Forward march!
Right, cleanup time.
go.
Bong the door open, please. Bong. Bong.
Yes!
Bong. Thank you.
With all my might. Not bad.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
This territory is ours.
Yeah, fine. Why not? This will be funny.
The time is right. Go.
Now's the time!
Looking rough.
The pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You're incredible.
The enemy
You know
officer
that?
has been
Keep
defeated.
doing what you do.
I'm gonna do the best I can. I got my 1000th kill just riding
You
my
are a
horse.
true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
You ought to quit
My
charging
kill is
into
red hair.
this. It's dangerous, you know.
An opening.
We cannot just concede defeat and run.
Than that.
We have to strike back. We fight.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh, but I always let my guard down. Look, 12 out of 49 of them are still alive. My guard is some of the most murdered men in ancient China.
With all my might.
They are let down on the daily, I'm afraid.
With all my might.
Now.
Whoa. Is that it?
Take
Good to
this.
see you. I've been waiting for this. I'm struggling out here.
Take this.
Oh, you fuck. Okay, guess we're doing that again.
Let's go. How what? Looking. Whoa. Tables turn.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough. How wonderful. Take it. Don't let your guard down.
I'm making my way out.
But the enemy officer has been defeated.
Amazing. You are a
The enemy
swift and
officer
deadly warrior.
has been defeated.
There is now a way to victory. Charge them head on and push into their main camp. Forward march!
Not this way. Constantly losing entire dashes because I get stuck on a pole. Alright, bang the door open again, please.
Yes!
Got this!
Easy.
Let's go!
The enemy officer
Believe this.
has been defeated. This territory is ours.
Yes!
I'll save the chariot charge for the big blood
Looking rough.
officers in the
Take that!
Goodness.
Gotta be quicker. It opens.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Take this. The pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has
Thank
been
you.
defeated.
Now let's do this without the dying in the middle, shall we?
You ought to quit charging into things. It's dangerous, you know. We fight. We cannot just concede defeat and run. No.
Sure you can.
We have to strike back.
Looking rough. Whoa.
With all my might!
Maybe shouldn't.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. Looking rough. An opening! I see you. Let's go. Predictable.
This is a ferocious tune indeed.
I've been waiting
I
for
didn't
this.
hear any music show you.
Looking rough.
With all my might!
Take this.
Looking rough.
Let's assault these guys first.
Looking rough.
With all my might!
Send it all to you. I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're doing
Let's go
awesome.
then.
Whoa.
Okay,
Stay on guard.
this should help.
The moment
this.
has come.
Or not, completely missed it.
Looking rough.
All my might!
I'll let him do his bullshit.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Most
The
of
enemy
it is-
officer.
I wasted too much
been
time, I wouldn't
defeated.
have been able to stop
Looking
him.
rough.
Let's just get all the way out of here and
Looking
we
rough.
won't get hurt.
Looking rough.
Crush this enemy officer beneath me.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
He's got 2 buddies left.
With all my might!
Looking rough.
With all my might!
One of them is very hurt.
Looking rough. Let's go. Looking rough.
Since this guy's got the most health, let's drop the
time is
catapult
right.
barrage on him.
Go.
Bang!
I'm counting on you. Let's go.
I have defeated an enemy officer.
It doesn't just courage demote them for a little bit. It also really fucking hurts. There's a big hit to their health.
Time to attack. Take that. Let's go. The
He's
enemy
dead.
officer has been defeated.
Now it's just Dunny Man cleanup, so to speak.
Looking rough. An opening. Time to act. Take that.
With all my might!
Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough.
So in Dynasty Warriors, the power of an individual officer is denoted by these arrows next to their name. Like a regular person doesn't have any arrows, but you can have an arrow going up, 2 arrows going up, or 3 arrows going up, which generally means you're in some super-powered hyper mode. Nevermoon, you would have a little arrow going down next to your name.
Take that. Is that it?
All my might!
What?
Which usually means you've been ambushed or
The
otherwise
enemy
depressed
officer
by something.
has been defeated.
I will break you!
I can't believe it. We outnumbered them by far, and yet Lord Cao Cao must be informed about Liu Bei's new strategist
I don't
immediately.
think you outnumber us anymore.
All of you, thank you for following Zhuge Liang's plan and
Look at all
seeing
these
it through.
people.
This victory has been the result of strength matched with wisdom.
Imagine the mosh pit
This will
these
likely
guys
slow
could come
down
up with.
Cao Cao's forces, so we can plan our defense of Jing province in the meantime.
Although I suppose that's what battle is. It's just a mosh pit with more killing. Yeah, there we go. There's the ultimate Podao, the Soaring Luan. How many Luans do we have left now? I've gotten, I think, all but 2 of them, possibly all but 1 of them. I'm pretty sure I'm missing the lance one. I think I might be missing the staff.
Here you are.
But there we go. I'm now done on Liu Bei challenges. So we have... They're always in weird spots too. The Sword Luan is here. Spear Luan. Gauntlet Luan. Wheel Luan. Podao Luan. No Staff Luan. Twin Pike Luan. No Lance Luan. Crescent Blade Luan, and of course the Halberd Luan, which is equipped. Yeah, I got 2 more to get. Both must be in the Tata path. Excellent. I've also maxed out the Ascendance gem, so I have 3 more gems to level up. If I actually bother to do that, because I don't equip any of those.
What does peace even look like?
There is no peace.
More customers always show up whenever Lord...
You do get a lot of this pyroxene. Not to mention I can start buying some as well.
They say this is an important place.
Which I have done here and there, but I don't like that, don't like that there was only 2 in that shop, because there's supposed to be 3. Maybe it, hasn't fully restocked since the last time I bought some. But I'm not sure what triggers restocking, if it's going off and doing battles.
Xia Pei is surrounded by so...
Must be, what else would? But I guess the go-to method is to just ride around, and it'll slowly start filling in more and more.
It feels...
Oh, well, there's 3 in Luoyang. What are you doing, game? Why do we occasionally do that? Something to do with my CPU being tired, I think.
What does peace even...
But I don't think my CPU is dying. I think it's just that this game is a lot. But the fact that it does it on the world map is strange, because you'd think it would struggle most when it was rendering thousands of soldiers in real time and having to coordinate their every movement. Because I don't know whether this game uses the same tricks as the Hitman AI, because all of those soldiers are able to attack you. And they can certainly be attacked. Whew, boy.
So the realm finally belongs to...
Just trying to see if I can build up 50 of this stuff. I like to have at least 50 if I'm going to spend some. Because if you have less than that, it's underwhelming. I don't think they should have capped the amount of stock the cities have of this. You should be able to just void your fucking money pouch. Well, it didn't break. Like I didn't crash. Because we didn't have to start Chibi over. I definitely have a very solid memory of that if that had happened. Okay, we're at 50 now, but I should, I should still head towards the fringes, so to speak, because I was doing everything in the middle. While I'm here, I'll restock my handgongs. I basically bought out everything. I had a bunch of money I had no use for, so I just, bought max capacity of every item, and I still have 200, like, it costs, what, 1,000 per pyroxene. So I could buy 244 pyroxene before I was broke again. Which is incredibly difficult to do, because they're selling them to me 2 at a time.
The more battles they have, the busier.
But now that I know there's a level cap, part of me thinks it would be cool to get all of the gems to level 30, especially since I'm like more than halfway there. 2 of them are maxed, 3 of them, one of them has 4 levels left, and the other 2 have 10. 9 levels left, something like that. Nothing over here, is there? Plus, if the stock of the pyroxene refreshes between battles, like if it's going to go back up to 3 over a couple of battles, then I should do it now and exhaust them all so that they have... That way I don't run out of battles to fight, but still need pyroxene to earn. Can I get it to 100? What am I at? Because yeah, now we're in familiar territory. We're at 80. Can I get 3 out of you? I don't think I go over here very often. I get 2 out of you. I wish there was a way to... Oh, there's 3 here. I wish there was a way to cross-reference which cities I've checked and which ones I haven't. So I would have thought I had checked that one, but then it had 3 in it. But I've definitely come along here and checked all of these. Well, I'm at 91. If I can get 9 more, I'll have 100 and I can spend a whole big chunk and get a lot of progress. You can already see 2 more to grab. Yeah, it's definitely faster when you have stock to buy, but you could conceivably get all you need by just running around and grabbing them, which isn't the most engaging implementation. But hey, we're at 96.
Going with the flow is kind of...
Unlike the stock, they do refresh the map ones live. You just need to run around a little bit. There we go, we've got 100 and we're right where we need to be. That's convenient.
Well.
Right, 100. We'll take that. I don't think that'll max it because it takes about a quarter to max level, right? It takes about 25, 26 from the looks of the Vortex Gem. So we have 100, so it would need to all go into Scorch Gem to match it, but it never narrows it down that much, so let's just see. But 18 bonus, that's a lot. Alright, level 28 most of the way through, so like another 100 and we would probably max the Scorch Gem and then we'd just be down to these two lower level ones. Yeah, I mean if I do that a couple times I'll probably get there. There might be a challenge which awards Pyroxene though. There've
More
been
customers
a few.
always show up whenever Lord Guojiao...
There might be one more in That Which Remains, who knows? Or we'll get Pyroxene for getting Peace level. Which we have a few of.
I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair.
Nah, he's just giving him Red Hair's brother. I have the real horse. But I wanted that horse! But I wanted that horse.
Huh, too bad. Once Cao Cao has his mind set on something, it rarely changes.
Bastard.
Though, if you ask me, it would have been better if you had gotten the horse. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. And if I'm right, the enemy just gained another weapon. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
Thing is, we did beat Lu Bu. In this universe, we should get red hair. Like, obviously we did, but, like, we receive it outside of narrative, you know what I mean?
What perfect timing. Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I thought that dude had, like, this big, giant, curly white hair. It's his helmet. I thought Baby Bai Luan had just shown up.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu?
I mean, I was beating the crap out of him quite a bit in the last battle, and it was very, very difficult, so yeah. We've been friends for a while, I suppose.
Oh, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over.
If we knew where Liu Bei was...
I had the same thought. As long as Liu Bei's whereabouts are unknown, there is little Guan Yu can do. If we can kill Liu Bei before Guan Yu finds him, then he will have no choice but to join us. That said, we are no closer to finding Liu Bei than he is. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well.
Just cut the line off there. You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly.
That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. but I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until my death. That is an oath I will not break.
You cannot work with Cao Cao?
That is not the issue. My loyalty is with Liu Bei. Simple as that. Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them, heedless of logic. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest? To see where I stand? If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu, I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot thank you enough for saving my life and the lives of my brother's family.
No need. The loss of a warrior such as yourself would be a loss to the entire realm.
I get over
you
how
said the same to me.
Boring his voice is.
Zheng Liao.
Zheng Liao, I mean, he's just... The traditional actor for Zheng Liao, if you've ever played any of the Warcraft properties, it's the guy who plays Kel'Thuzad. Which, okay, yeah, wizard and, like, lich creature, doesn't gel well with proud, strong warrior, but, like, if you know that guy's vocal tone, it does work, and it translates very well. It's very deep, regal almost. Just... Well, it's not even that deep, but, it's better than every other attempt anyone's ever... They just don't give him deep voices anymore, and it's very strange. They always cast a guy like this. One previously. It's just a register difference that I think Zheng Liao needs.
I echo that sentiment. Lord Guan Yu, you are worthy of our respect, and I am glad we could speak once more.
He sounds wrong too. This guy used to be Travis Willingham. Now he's a nerd.
Lord Shi Huang.
My training with you was my salvation when I lost my way. At the risk of sounding presumptuous, I hope our presence here eases your suffering even a little.
Aye. We may have different reasons and circumstances, but we are all warriors climbing the same peak. If we train and continue to better our minds and bodies, a path may one day present itself.
I am beyond grateful to both of you. Let us spar, that I may reforge my wavering mind.
Nothing would bring me more joy.
Played out exactly unchanged from the Liu Bei version, but still, it's important character moments for the three of them, I suppose. And Xu Huang needs it because he gets nothing. Zheng Liao and Guan Yu are at least popular and iconic. Xu Huang is just a dude who is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 more. It's interesting that the provinces we've done make up the majority of the landmass, and the remaining ones are quite small. Like, Jing is ridiculously big. Jing and Yang really are like half the map. But that's true to form. And so, it's for the same reason that you look at the states of Australia and the state of Victoria looks very small, whereas the state of Western Australia looks giant. It's because there's more people in the little ones. And provincial borders tend to be population influenced, not landmass size influenced, because a long stretch of nothing isn't really that valuable. A lot of people, now the more people you have, the more governance you need. Also, Liang is not a small province. It extends all the way to the northwest and a big chunk of stuff up there, but it's just not relevant for the game, so it's been cut off. But these ones are quite small. But yeah, this is like these are like the urban centers of ancient China, and then out here we have the boonies.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Bait.
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
Baima! Baima! And Yanji.
Things have gotten
We've
so
done
much
this
better
before,
around here.
but that just means we can rush through it, basically. And the challenge is the same, which is weird, because the only other time the challenge has been the same between two routes is the Lubu boss fight. But it's provide aid to Baimar Castle within 15 minutes, which is very easy, because you do that naturally. Yuan Shao's forces attack in hordes, but Cao Cao's men are unshaken. Defeat Yan Liang and aid Baimar Castle. And I do have to respect Cao Cao for being, just like Sun Jian, perfectly willing to just be the bait.
Let's begin.
This will be our first engagement with Yuan Shao. Jia Shu, Shunyo, tell us your plan for the encounter.
Yes.
Sure, I'll take it from here. Yuan Shao has moved his army southward from Hebei with the intention of subjugating Lord Cao Cao and claiming the land for himself. And they plan on starting with Baimar Castle. The army surrounded the place and they're practically champing at the bit to get in. That's why we'll take out their commander, Yan Liang. Protecting Baima will assure our victory right at the outset of this fight. We're obviously done for if we lose Lord Cao Cao, so this plan turns that logic on its head. Lord Cao Cao will be acting as a decoy, drawing the enemy away from the castle toward Yanjin. As their encirclement breaks, a detachment will come and cut down Yan Liang. I'd say Lord Zhang Liao and Lord Guan Yu are the right men for the job.
Got it.
Understood. I shall commit the totality of my strength to the task. And I shall use this battle to repay the hospitality Lord Cao Cao has shown me. Even spread thin, the enemy has overwhelming numbers in Baima. A surprise attack would work well to whittle them down. But to keep Yuan Shao's forces around the castle unaware of our approach, We will have to dispose of any foes on the road with the utmost haste.
Yes.
It shall be done. To ensure a successful ambush, we must also assail Yanjin with considerable forces. To pull this off on both fronts, our reinforcements must be accurate and adaptable. We're expecting a lot from you on that front. No name of J-pop face. I'll do what I can. With your help, our success is all but assured. That is the extent of our strategy. Lord Cao Cao, I will return the floor to you. Indeed. The battle against Yuan Shao has only just begun. We must start off strong to gain and maintain the upper hand.
Listen.
I am ready to put my life on the line to win this battle. I hope I can count on all of you to do the same. Zheng Liao is the closest to where I want to go, so I'll bring him with me. Not that it makes a huge difference, because I can just turn around, but still. Guan Yu is notably supercharged here. But yeah, as always, it is mostly generics, except for Zhang He, who is Yuan Shao's only notable officer, purely because he surrenders and joins Cao Cao later, and Yuan Shao himself. And his sons, but they're not. They don't have character models.
Victory
yeah, we just need to rush the Baima large force.
Any cost.
Fuck them up.
Now go.
This first battle will be ours.
I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces? Headed for Baima Castle? I have to warn Lord Yin Liang.
No, you fucking don't.
If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them!
Now we march forward!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yin Liang's side. March forward!
Behold my might!
We have received word that Cao Cao himself is headed for Yanjin.
Take that! With all my might!
We cannot let this opportunity go to waste.
Looking rough.
We shall send our troops to target him.
And
we march at once!
An opening!
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
Did I think
the
this
enemy
day
officer
would come?
has been defeated.
It appears we have evaded detection by the enemy for now. We will continue our advance swiftly and silently.
Lord Cao Cao's renown makes him
the
an
enemy
excellent
officer
decoy.
Has been defeated.
Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him.
This territory
With this
is
many of their
ours.
soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring out from the fort in an endless stream.
Yeah, to be clear about the number difference between Yuan Shao's army and Cao Cao's, I believe Cao Cao was said to have about 70,000 men. Yuan Shao was said to have about 700,000.
We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
Now advance!
Charge!
Any foe will crumble when caught off guard. Attack! Their numbers matter not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory. Begin advancing!
Right, they're only going to be super weak for a limited time, so let's try and kill as many of them as we can
All my might!
while they're...
The enemy officer
Behold,
has been
Allied
defeated.
forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong! Our victory is imminent!
Nice try!
I owe Lord
The enemy
Cao Cao
officer
a great debt
has
of
been
gratitude.
defeated.
This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade.
An opening. And go on, you! Fight me! If you think you were still
Fuck me up how he calls himself Gowan you.
A way out of a tight spot.
Like he's a
Don't let
Gowan.
up now.
Prepare to attack! We'll wipe out the lot of
The enemy officer has been defeated.
They've taken the fort at Yenjin?
Can be.
But the cut for reinforcements. Quickly, we must reclaim it. Let's start the advance.
Shield wall? No, of course.
Fight to bring glory to our forces!
I can interrupt with my horse smack.
With all my might!
I guess shield wall after all.
I have captured this area!
With all my might. Let's start the advance.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court.
Anyway, there's Bai Luanka.
There is not a strategist alive that can best me in battle.
Finally.
Let's get serious.
Wait, not him?
With all my might.
Who's that? Whatever.
Looking rough. Looking rough. Looking rough.
It's not over yet. With all my might. Cao Cao, you are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice.
Might actually run out of time to kill this guy.
Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated.
Looking rough.
Bring peace.
Do not know who you are or from where you hail. But you seem to be driven by a strong conviction.
Got him with 3 seconds to
The
go.
enemy officer has been defeated.
Time to protect. All my might. Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
That an officer? You must be kidding!
I've been waiting for this.
We need to keep an eye on Cao Cao.
With all my might.
This is the fate of all who oppose me.
I will break you.
Nice.
I will break you. I will break you. With all my might. There we go.
Whoa, looking rough.
You're right.
Impressive. The enemy officer has been defeated.
They die. No, you're okay.
An opening. Take that. There we go.
Looking rough. I see you.
Keep pressuring them.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You stand in the presence of Yan Liang. I am one of Lord Yuan Shao's greatest warriors. Do you really think you have what it takes to fight me?
Shit. Alright, well.
I am Yan Liang, servant of Lord Yuan Shao. Got you. Remember my name and the fear
Plan
it
B.
instills in your heart. I will break you.
Take that. His crimson tail feathers dance in the wind as he tears across the battlefield. He must be.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Is that it? With all my might. Take that.
Whoa.
Take that. That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I have defeated an enemy officer.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
Just shoot. Ooh, God, a lot of people getting beaten up.
Let's start the advance.
Here, have some morale.
Whoa, take that. Time to act.
I am ready.
Yeah. Well done. Most impressive.
Whoa. With all my might.
I can't hold on much longer. We need a way through.
You've done very well. It's good to know.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I have been bested. How can this be?
So who needs help? Cao Cao needs help. Shin Yu needs help. Joshu is already dead.
What? Yan Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be.
Looking rough.
I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force.
Gotta be quicker than
We may
that.
be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless.
Looking rough.
Fucking missed it.
Send it, Wen Chou. Attack Yanjin and bring me Cao Cao's head.
Head in.
Our next target will likely be the enemy
officer
forces at
has been
Yanjin.
defeated.
This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front. We can cross the river to the north and attack the enemy from behind. We must all...
I was gonna say, I wonder what happens if I charge Yuan Shao up here, but I actually think you can't. Look at the map. I think that area up there is entirely for show. Actually, yeah, none of the officers with him can be looked at either. Yuan Shao is there, but then if you try to find the other... He's got 6 with him, but they're not listed in his forces in any way.
So be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
We're ready for you.
Gotta be quicker. I see you.
No, that's not possible.
Let's go.
I'm glad it's you who has come to my aid. I would choose no other.
What a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope.
We're about to lose. There must be something I can do.
Can I go help the other guys? Will Cao Cao hold
fatigued. At this rate.
Just don't want to lose.
You appear when you're
army.
most needed. That is a talent in itself.
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
Oh, Joshu was alive?
You weren't able to leave me in danger, were you?
Well done. What about Eugene? Yeah, he's down there.
Ah, you truly are one of a kind.
That was much too close. I will forever remember this favor.
We lost Shunyo. That's fine.
You'll accept this, won't you?
And my ambition cannot be stopped.
Let's get serious. Gotta be quicker than that. An opening!
The Cao Cao actor has grown on me, but I still don't like the delivery of his
That
I
was
want a
an
battle
impressive
line.
effort.
The enemy officer.
I enjoy
Has
just
been
watching you out there.
cannot be stopped. It's very listless. It should the old one used to be my ambition cannot be stopped.
Just so. With all my might. Time to end this.
With all my
I'm gonna
might.
assault him, and then I'm gonna let them finish the guy off. Because he has like 2% health. I'll go back to Bailuan. Before Cao Cao bites it, which is very unlikely, but still. Bailuan doesn't have the killing power of an angry Liu Bei and Zhang Fei. Hello!
Now.
Missed you.
Looking rough.
Yeah,
The moment has come.
Let's end this.
Take that! It's time to attack!
There's not a strategist alive that can best me in battle.
All my might! Looking rough. Let's go! I claim another victory in the name of my brother. An opening. Take that!
Let's go.
Horse!
This territory.
Seems the enemy forces at Yanqing has not taken notice of us yet. If we act now, we can take them by surprise.
The sash of the sacred bird Luan. And those eyes. Yes. You must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation. The time is right. We should attack now.
Ah, damn it. I was gonna go join the ambush.
To arms! Onward to glory! Break through the enemy lines before they can counter on our assault!
They just went off on their own.
Our hard work has borne fruit. We've got the upper hand now.
Normally, one seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, depend on your wits and courage.
You'll keep me amused, I hope.
You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight.
Can't believe this.
Mighty
enemy
color me
officer
intrigued by it.
Your will to fight ain't much, Shung-Ho. You've been debuffed just like all the generics.
Take that! All my might!
So, this is as far as I go.
The enemy
There's no
officer
virtue in
has
dying
been
for
defeated.
so little.
Got this. Looking good.
I shall retreat and fight another day.
How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to find and kill.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
How's pushing forward?
Whoa. The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa. Is that it? Whoa.
The curtain draws here.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take that! Whoa. The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
It's about time, is it not? Victory. Begin preparations.
That's one more
Everyone.
stepping stone.
I regret that I must implore you for aid like this. Your presence sets my mind at ease.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Thank you for rushing in to save me. Help me be free from this predicament.
Alright, they've been fucking destroyed. It's just Wen Cho now. Who I think wants a duel.
You're finished. You versus me, now until I am Wen Cho,
Let's see if I can actually do this one.
greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me. How's this?
Let's go.
How's horse?
You aren't half bad. So your bravery isn't without justification.
That went better.
Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I end you.
Damn it all. Why did it have to end like this?
What? Wen Cho has fallen? This is not possible. What on earth happened?
He fell. It happens.
I could foresee losing either Yan Liang or Wen Cho, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult.
If that's true, Yuan
This is
Shao,
not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now.
how come there isn't a Yuan Shao route in this game? What's the deal with that?
This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Time for the Battle of Guandu. So the thing is, the Battle of Guandu is usually one battle that includes the Baimar Yanjin stuff. So it's the battle where Guan Yu is on the wrong side and is killing people, right? And quite often in earlier Dynasty Warriors, they'd actually put Liu Bei and Zheng Fei on Yuan Shao's side in the Battle of Guandu and have them meet each other on the field. And be like, oh shit, you're not supposed to be there, and then they would both leave. And so on Cao Cao's side, your job was to kill Liu Bei and Zheng Fei before Guan Yu saw them, so he'd keep working for you. Which is a different sort of adaptation of the scenario. Obviously, that wasn't a novel thing. That was just something that made sense for a battlefield game. We'll see if they do something like that here, though. Obviously, in the Liu Bei route, they had Guan Yu leave after this and before the Battle of Guandu happened. So yeah, it's traditionally had a lot of Guan Yu content in it, so that's why I always thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah, time for Bailuan. I might skip some of his dialogue here because I expect it to be identical to what we've heard before, and also he's Bailuan, so I can't be bothered. But at least this time he's got justification. We'll see if it's different, but I don't expect it to be. Because the version we had on the Liu Bei side didn't let us correct him, so...
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What are you saying, Zuluan? Don't tell me. You've forgotten who I am.
I've just been trying to forget because you bore me.
You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Well, if you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate. You submit to a higher power, though this seems Juha. What? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on? If you can't remember, then let me remind you.
Juha is dead.
Juha is dead. And now you're living a carefree life. Remember. Zuluan!
Remember what you did to Juha. Or Marnie.
Are you crying?
Don't care.
I thought you had both died. I have some advice for you. If you insist on following the Han and allying with Cao Cao, you must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle.
Am I allowed to side with him?
I look forward to seeing him struggle.
Like if he loses and I surrender, can I will you let me live? We've received a letter and we've got the suppression of Yan province available. And we have Yuan Hua.
Lord Shunyo becomes...
So who's the letter from? Zhang He or Yuan Shao? Yuan Shao. Farewell. No name McJ Popface. Due to recent developments, I will no longer be able to call upon you. The chaos of our world is constantly severing bonds, and with this parting from Cao Cao, I must also cast away my connection with you. So the next time we meet it will be as enemies, will it not? It is regrettable, but this letter will have to serve as my farewell to you. P.S. There is no need to reply. Let me guess, he's on the map now and would like a farewell conversation. Oh look, he's on the map now. Makes sense, we do need to level 5 his bond. It's similar to Chengong. It seems like the Cao Cao route has a lot of, like, extra people. But, to be fair, we did most of Yuan Shao's bond before we picked a side. It's just that we only get to finish it if we directly oppose him. Which makes sense.
Ah, I'm pleased to see you. Though it is the eve of battle, you appear as calm as always.
Why are you pleased to see me? You just told me to fuck
sit.
off.
Let us talk as friends.
You just told me to fuck off.
Now is not the time to stand on ceremony.
Did your letter...
Still, I am surprised to see you here. I sent the letter with little hope of a reply.
I know.
Let alone a personal visit.
So why are you happy? It might be our last chance. Why are we talking like we're dating?
Indeed. I also wanted to see you again.
Man.
I could not go myself, so I thank you for taking the risk to come here. Things could have been different between us. Here we are, forced to meet in secret like conspiring thieves. I regret not making you mine before parting ways with Cao Cao. But I only have myself to blame. I let pride get in the way.
So I'm the one that got away.
Once you agreed to serve Cao Cao, you would never leave him. Admirable, I suppose, but now it has come to this. I know you, through and through, thanks to that night we spent together.
I remember.
Of course you do. Nor will either of us forget it, no matter what happens.
It's been worse.
Now, what to do tonight?
I'm all ears. It has been worse. It has been worse. Yue Ying told us to our face that she was going to make a life-size, accurate doll of us to keep in her house. Then she went and married someone else. So it's been worse. However, Yuan Shao saying that... You gotta understand, Yuan Shao's main personality is one of disdain for people. He respects Cao Cao, in a way, but usually, like, he's super dismissive of Liu Bei and his people because they're not, Yuan Shao is a classist. He's only interested in other people of noble birth and bearing. Like, he should not be friends with us. He shouldn't want anything to do with us because we don't have a family. Yuan Shao cares way too much about your last name and your lineage, and that is his defining characteristic in the previous games. So yeah, this is a stretch. Look, if the devs didn't know, then the localizers did. That's like, it's entirely possible that the translation is keeping up what was already there. Or the Japanese text is a bit drier and less full of implications, but the localizers are like, this would be funny, let's run with it. I don't know. Either one is entirely possible, because Japan definitely does things like this, but there's also been cases before where context and connotations are changed in adaptation and localization. So, without somebody playing through the game in Japanese and reporting into us, I don't know if it's the devs or the English team, but somebody had to. This doesn't happen by accident.
Given the circumstances, I'm not able to extend my usual grand hospitality. But since you went to the trouble of sneaking in here, the least we can do is talk for a while. We'll forget about our situation for a while, and I'll tell you all there is left to tell of Yuan Shao. Come, let's go somewhere more agreeable. I won't take no for an answer.
And he gave me an old coin.
Sounds like fights are erupting all over.
Am I a hired escort? Because people keep giving me, non-standard money every time I meet them for a flirtatious friendship conversation.
Not many people can read and write.
It's like I'm getting paid in crypto on the sly. That's true. Maybe the let's see, my definitely not true. My joke theory is that it was the localization team who did this purely because they heard that the novel was called Romance of the Three Kingdoms and were like, all right, yep, we know how to do that. Alright, so I did the battle, but they haven't started restocking pyroxene yet. I don't love that. I'm not sure, therefore, what the exact... I hope it's not real time. I'll just be riding around clicking on pyroxene all the time, I guess.
Oh, it's you.
Bond check. Several of them over on South side. The only max is Xiahou Yuan. That's a weirdly specific. So we've got a lot of conversations to come. The ones that are level 4 are good because they just have a conversation. So like training is done for all three of these guys. Shun Yu will probably have a request, because if you have... I've noticed it tends to be training together and request together, so these two probably will just have little missions for us, so that's good. These two are finished with their training, this one's finished with... Oh yeah, actually had a bit of both. Li Dian will probably have another request. Jia Shu will probably have more training. Guo Jia will probably have more training, but we might run into issues getting his done. Zhang He has a conversation, Zhen Ji has all of hers to go, and Diao Chan. Diao Chan, where are you? We'll find her eventually.
The doctor gave me some medicine.
Diao Chan will be found somewhere out there in the world. Let's do suppression of Yan Province. Is Yan Province... Yan Province does need more peace, so we might be able to fill the peace bar by doing this one. Yan Province is the best mission in the game too. It's the... I call it the grind mission. Because of that, let's bring up our Podao and work on the battle art we just earned. All three routes seem to have a version of this mission, and it's always the same, in that it is a giant, large force that you fight immediately. See?
Let's go.
Advance! All of you, follow me! Let's march!
What's next? This location is too valuable to be taken. Fortify our defenses, comrades! Got this. Now! Whoa. Looking rough. Sun's here! I must stay sharp. Now! Whoa. What's next? I can see it all. I must stay sharp. Yeah. Now! Let's get serious. Got this. Choosing solitude on the battlefield. You must be good. Let us fight! Whoa. There we go. Next?
Very choppy.
Stay sharp.
Charge up for a while and do a big chop. Somehow I've killed 8 horsemen and I didn't even notice. I guess my other soldiers are killing horsemen as well.
Whoa. With all my might. Looking rough. Die! Obliterate you! With all my might. I can see it all. There we go.
Just need my ultimate Muso, please. Also, if you could stop knocking me up, that would be good. Knocking me around, rather.
What's next? Now! Looking rough. With all my might. I'm making my way up. Must stay sharp.
Got 10 uses yet? 13. Great.
I've been waiting for this. Okay. This area belongs to us now. What's next? Got you. I must stay sharp. What's next? I must stay sharp. I must stay sharp. What's next? I must stay sharp.
He must stay sharp.
This is going great! Keep up the pace and push on forward!
You are a
The
true
enemy
warrior
officer
of the Three Kingdoms.
has been defeated.
That one is the key to turning the tide. Begin pursuit immediately.
What's the enemy officer has been defeated.
Now! I must stay sharp. What's next? I must stay sharp. Get ready, comrades! The time has come to show the results of our training. Now! Looking rough. I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Whoa. Whoa. I must stay sharp. Obliterate you.
How am I doing? 27.
Looking rough. Looking rough. It's not over yet. Now. I'm struggling.
Oh dear. That was not ideal. are we doing now? 21. God.
What's next? I must stay sharp.
There's 23.
What's next?
There's 24.
I must stay sharp.
There's 25.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Get ready, comrades! The time has come to show the results of our training. What's next?
26.
Rough.
Our enemies fell to my incredible might!
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Please stop hurting me so much.
Looking rough. I must stay sharp. You gotta be quicker. I see you. Let's go.
Get me out.
Whoa.
Normally when I battle our friend, I take the difficulty down, but
This territory, the enemy
since
officer
this is the main
has
clear
been
of the
defeated.
mission, I feel like I should do it properly. Well, this is a one. This is how I get my my kills up with a grand tactic. Just there we go. That's easy.
What's next? I must stay sharp. Whoa.
Take this!
Whoa. I must stay sharp.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. This appears to be as far as we go.
Let's get serious. Looking rough. I must stay sharp.
Doesn't help that I don't like these weapons. Weapons that focus on holding your charge attacks. I find that when I do it, I get interrupted. So they're not very good.
Take this.
Like, yeah, you deal more damage if you're whiting this, but see how they're attacking me? That's bad.
With all my might. I can see it all. I've been waiting for this. With all my might.
Chop, 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 chop. Also, I don't want to hold it when I'm using my ultimate Muso because I want to spam as many of them as I can, and holding it makes it take longer.
Got you. What's next?
How many do I get from the ultimate Muso?
sharp.
5, maybe?
Your aid is truly welcome. I reckon we are all in your debt.
What's next? I must stay sharp.
6, that's pretty good.
Keep pressuring them.
Then I get another 3 from the...
The enemy officer
Our
has
enemies
been
fell
defeated.
to my incredible might!
full
I must stay
bravery.
sharp.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Another 4 because of that.
I'm getting
I must stay
pumped
sharp.
up! We ain't losing to anyone!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I will break you.
I must stay sharp. With all my might.
Well, we got more than half of it done.
What's next? Whoa.
That's very good. Will save me some time later.
Looking rough. Got this. Whoa.
I will break you.
Looking rough.
I'm making my way up!
With all my might.
Useless!
I ain't gonna want to deal with that.
I'm making my way up!
You do that. I'm leaving. The thing is, we have an additional Podao battle art that we have yet to earn. There's 4 more battle arts. 3 of them are gotten through Cao Cao's companion bonds. The 4th one, I don't know. It could be a challenge, or it could be a peace reward.
Let's go.
But I did a stock take of how many weapons had missing spaces, and I came to the conclusion that there were 5 left, and we just picked this one up, so there's 4 left now. Do I have any more of those nectar water
Our
drops?
enemies fell to my incredible might. Now. I must stay sharp.
I can't. The enemy officer.
So yeah, in order to keep track of it, normally I'd be like, nah, I need to finish this one now. Ooh, there's tons actually up here. So that I don't forget where it is. But, because I have to come back to the Podao when I finish Shahadun's Bond, it'll be alright.
I must stay sharp. I can see it all. What's next? Gotta be quicker than that. Yeah. I must stay sharp.
Oh, we've gotten most of it here. 50.
Whoa.
Just need 20 more.
Looking rough. Whoa. Looking rough. Whoa.
Have I been bested?
The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking, I see you. What's next? With all my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. I can see. It's not over yet.
Oh, you prick! Alright, we only lost a minute. And 5 uses. God.
What's next? The enemy officer has been defeated. I must take. Gotta be quicker. What's next? Looking rough. I must stay sharp. It's not over yet. Whoa. Looking rough.
Have I been bested?
The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa.
We have this here.
What's next?
I'm counting on you.
Think again. Whoa. Whoa. Looking rough.
Is there another one? Or what did I do differently that got me to 51?
I'm making my way up.
Whoa.
That.
I must stay sharp. With all my might.
Alright, I'm at 51 again. I haven't been robbed.
Whoa. Whoa.
You on this?
Looking rough. Whoa. What's next? I can see it all.
52, even better.
I have crushed this enemy officer beneath me.
I'm counting on you. Gotta be quicker than that.
Take this.
I must stay sharp. With all my might.
Oh, it's a new guy. These guys must have been reinforcements, but I thought it was just down to the leader.
Whoa. Whoa. Looking
I'm
rough.
just wondering if I can build the rest of that Muso bar.
Looking rough.
Because it's really close. And then I could spam some extra ones out there and get full bravery
Stay
again.
sharp. Whoa. Looking rough.
If there's enough dudes before he dies.
Whoa.
Jesus, that's close, but there's not a lot.
Let's go.
of opponent here. Oh, is there another one?
Looking rough.
Where did you even come from?
Looking rough. Yeah. Looking rough.
They must be pouring in, like, reinforcements occasionally. Oh, there's two more, actually. Yeah, one just showed up. Okay, one's coming in now.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Have I been bested?
Great.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Is that it?
They're spawning in incredibly weak. They've all got negative courage.
I see you.
Looking rough. Whoa.
Take this.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
It would be too annoying to save up for ultimate, but we can get the regular. Oh, I should have used the bravery first.
Got you. I must stay sharp. What's next? The enemy officer has been defeated. What's next? I must stay sharp. I must stay sharp. What's next?
9 more.
Whoa. Die! You gotta be quicker than that. I must stay sharp.
Take this!
Take this! Gotta be quicker than that.
Take this! Looking rough.
Get serious!
Come on. Give me one more point. I don't want to waste these 2 bits of bravery. Oh god.
Now's the time!
I don't want to risk getting hit by that. Do a regular attack, please.
I see you.
Good enough.
What's next? Let's end this.
I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Okay, in that case, I might just do a quick skirmish on an easier difficulty to finish the last
This
7
territory
uses.
is ours.
Because it's so little. I'll do that. Then I will talk to Yuan Hua and speed through the stuff we've seen a million times. Oh, that wasn't much peace at all, actually. Shame. Silly still has tons to go. I don't know where we're going to get a battle in here. I didn't change the difficulty.
I must stay sharp.
Ready yourselves. Our efforts from here on out are absolutely essential.
Whoa. Let's go.
That's fine. With the bravery boosting item, I can get 6 more uses pretty quickly.
Looking rough. What's next?
Can't go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The resistance is futile.
Looking rough.
Also, yeah, this guy loses his courage in this version, so...
What's next?
Actually becomes a very
Looking
easy
rough.
battle. Too easy, I don't want to kill him yet.
I must stay sharp. Whoa. I must stay sharp.
One more? One more.
Looking rough. Looking rough. Whoa. Whoa. Looking rough.
Edge.
What's next? I can see it all. Whoa. Whoa. Time to attack. Let's end this.
There we go. Battle arc done.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I normally would not grind a battle art anymore. I'd do that off stream, but because we had to do that mission anyway, and the skirmish took 60 seconds, I don't actually think it took me much out of my way. So, back to the rampaging Luan. Teensy tiny bit of silly peace level. No friendships or bonds or anything, just Yuan Hua. I do need to take a food break, but let's get Yuan Hua out of the way. Where is he? Huyang, okay. How's the pyroxene gone? Is it filled up? We did a mission. Nah, 3. So not 3, 1. Let me guess, we're gonna go to the village and look at my history or some shit. First, we're going to look at a black screen for an unnecessarily lengthy amount of time.
Juha, it may be, that seems to be the logical conclusion. Zilla, I believe you and all of the Guardians of, don't you think you're the key to unlocking your path? However, I would understand, but that said,
Alright, now we don't have to go to the village, I don't think, because that is the part of the story where the incense stuff is on. Never mind, we do have to go to the village. Okay,
the scars left by the Weebu's assault truly hurt.
I was like, oh, that part's on just unlocking the thing that we already did the first time. But no, there is a scene. Okay. I get it. They have to put it in every route because every route is going to be someone's first. However, I feel like they should have done some doctoring to just remove the things they don't need to repeat. Hey there, dead girl.
So and I am born, I think, you, because I feel...
See, she says this will be the last time you see me, but then we see her in the fucking epilogue.
You do not need to look back at us anymore.
Goodbye, bitch.
Good.
I don't care.
Yes. There is nothing more to be done.
Bye.
No. Besides, as for you, now that you know who you are, you're free to live your life as you wish.
Why can't I skip that one? I'll miss you.
But on second thought, well, I learned, which is a roundabout way of asking.
I don't understand.
I shall.
Right. And nothing of value was missed. Even, like, I am not a dialogue skipper. I refuse to skip any scene, no matter how boring, unless I have seen it before. I must go through something at least once, even if I don't like it. But in this case, that's the third time, and I wasn't ready for the second time. Anyway, friends, I guess. Although not exactly. These look like side scenes, because they don't show up as... They don't have bond symbols. But Eugene and Xu Huang are lit up. Maybe they're just little side scenes. I'll do them, but I won't talk to Cao Cao until I'm back from my food break. Let's see what Xu Huang was.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many...
I've just returned from scouting Guandu.
Did you find a bunch of raiders there?
Yuan Shao's army is as massive as the rumors say. Maintaining it must require a great deal of supplies.
Kiko, are you Yuan Shao? Do you have the massive army? I guess here's my question. Would you, given the opportunity, dress like this? What do you think? Get the full length of him back. I zoomed in too far. Would you dress like this if you could? Absolutely, that is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so that's your army that's bearing down on me. Unfortunately, this does mean I'm gonna have to defeat you and ruin your plans for domination of China. But he actually doesn't look that good in this game. That's his Dynasty Warriors 6 model, and he's a bit more down to earth now. But I do think he looked better back when they were going all out on the fancy bastard getup. Very yellow though. You'll have to deal with all the yellow in the world. You haven't paid them anything yet? That's Well, I guess that tracks. He's a very rich, prestigious member of the nobility, and the rich are very reluctant to pay people things. So that works. The main thing we're about to focus on here is his supply depot and the consequences of what happens in war when your access to food is cut off. So if we're talking about paying people in food, then, well, yeah, things are going to go bad. Anyway, thank you for the raid. We're about to hear a very boring scouting report from a very boring man.
I've heard from Lord Guojia about the battle in Puyang. It sounds as though supplies won the day. And I think that may once again be the deciding factor in this battle. What do you think?
Yeah, they didn't have Uber Eats back in the year 200 in China. Maybe if Lu Bu had have given up on the whole warlording, conquering thing, and set up Lu Bu Eats, where he just like rode red hair around delivering food to people, then maybe he would have been more successful and lived a longer life. Lord knows nobody would have stolen his deliveries on account of how good he is at killing people. And he's got the fastest horse in the land, so... Or at least he did. I stole it from him, but... I think that's a good idea. You're onto something. We should hit their supply lines. We should attack their storehouses. We should run! I think we should run away. Bugger this. We're gonna die. Let's go home. Let's attack their storehouses.
Not what I was thinking, but a fine idea nonetheless. The problem is, we do not know where they are located.
Let's find out.
I, therefore, think it is best to go for their supply lines and cut off delivery. I will go propose striking at their supply routes. I am sure Lord Cao Cao will be open to the idea.
Well, there you go, Kiko. We're actually going for the delivery method instead, so we're killing Uber Eats. I think that makes us terrorists. Alright, what does the angriest man in Cao Cao's army have to say? This is Eugene? Like, literally, the pronunciation of that guy's name. It's not Eugene, it's Eugene. You get a whole bunch of lovely, traditional Chinese names like Xiahou Dun and Zhang Liao and Li Dian, and then we just have Eugene.
Did you hear? Yuan Shao's main force is coming down south.
They say it's 10 times the size of ours. We can't win this fight.
And I hear we're almost out of supplies, too. It's all over for us.
Line up. We will now begin our training.
Lord Eugene, surely now isn't the time.
Yeah. Why should we train when... We're gonna die here!
You're gonna die in 2 minutes if you don't listen to what this man says.
Get moving. Anyone who talks back to a superior officer will be punished.
Eugene's defining character trait is that he really likes executing his own men and will do so for the slightest thing.
Your job now is not to cower. It is to fulfill your duty as soldiers of Cao Cao's army. Continue to train yourselves until your fear and hesitation are gone. Understood?
You know the phrase, the beatings will continue until morale improves? That was written about Eugene.
Sir! Everyone, get in line.
I guess we nod approvingly at him for some reason, even though he's quite possibly the worst person in Cao Cao's army. Anyway, well, let's have this conversation as well. I'll go for my food break before the battle, but we'll finish out the preamble.
What shall we do, Lord Cao Cao? Their numbers are far too great to fight without a plan.
Yuan Shao's army is growing cautious as it nears Guandu. It appears their loss in Baima has shaken them.
But with our supplies dwindling, Yuan Shao must know that time is on his side.
Any news from Shu City, Guojia?
Lord Xun Yu says that lords in the vicinity of Shu City are showing signs of revolt. And there are rumors that Liu Bei was spotted among the leaders of the rebellion.
Hey Guojia, you're supposed to be smart. Why the hell would you say that in this room in front of that man?
Liu Bei?
We literally just had a whole thing about how we're going to do whatever we can to not let Guan Yu hear anything about Liu Bei, and we're going to kill him off before Guan Yu can hear anything about Liu Bei. I heard that Liu Bei was spotted amongst the leaders of the rebellion. Fucking fool! This is our tactical genius?
His Majesty has taken a liking to Liu Bei. If he comes to the rescue, then His Majesty will follow him.
Then it is imperative that we send more troops to put the rebellion down, yes?
Do not be so nervous, Lord Xun Yu. Those who lack the heart of a warrior are destined for defeat.
I'm Lord Xun Yo. Lord Xun Yu is back in Xuchang.
Let us endure for a while longer. Our chance will come to us in time.
Brother.
Gee, I wonder what's going to happen now.
Farewell, Zheng Liao.
Nothing more must be said. Press on, friend, and walk your own path.
And by your own path, we mean please don't go through 5 of our gate passes and murder a bunch of our officials.
I am in your debt. I have sworn to live and die at Liu Bei's side. And that is where I must go. It's you. I must also bid you farewell.
Yeah, I'm not coming with you
Lord
this time.
Cao Cao has granted me permission to return to Liu Bei. And I will do so today.
What about his family?
I will of course bring them to his side. But I cannot have them wandering aimlessly. I must scout ahead and find him first. There is much I owe you. While this may be goodbye, it has been an honor to fight alongside you once again. I, Guan Yu, will never forget this debt. I do not know where we may meet again. But when we do, let us test our strength once more.
And there goes the man. Guojia now. Oh! Okay, Guandu is a silly battle. In the sense that it appears to be happening in Silly Province. Not in Yan. That's good, because Silly Province needs a lot more peace than Yan does. I can't think of any other
I hear
battle.
the Emperor's in Shochun.
Because,
am I wrong?
We've got Bo Wang Po, Changban, Chibi, Huarong Pass. I believe Cao Cao's side don't do the other two that Liu Bei did, even though they were against Cao Cao's forces. I think we have two other battles that are in a different spot. So there's maybe a little bit that's going to happen in the north, but we're moving into a point where most of our major battles are going to be in the areas we've already finished. So I guess the side missions are going to have to hopefully finish our peace levels, otherwise I might have to skirmish grind, which would be very, very annoying. Because we do need to finish all of the peace levels before we can say the game is done. So if I have to brute force some of them upwards. They reckon you don't have to. It's just that right now, looking at them, looking at them and thinking about what's left, it doesn't seem possible. But supposedly it is, so I guess it'll work out. But yeah. I'm glad to hear, though, that Guandu would be here. That's good. I thought it would be around Yan. Or G. I thought it might be over in G. But I guess, yeah, he does cross the river in G is the other side. Okay, well, I am going to take my food break here before I talk to Guojia, just because I'm hungry, and it's getting later. We will eat, and then I'll come back in about 20 minutes. We will talk to Guojia, fight the Battle of Guandu, and carry on from there. Finish Chapter 4 of Cao Cao, most likely. Return. Guan Yu has departed. But it's okay. We have Guan Du. Which is totally the same thing. What is Guan Yu if not a massive history-altering battle? Every time I turn around, another one's showing up in this clearing. See, look, there's one over there. And there's this one. And there's this one. And there's one that I can't reach because that fucking gate isn't open. And this one's back. And now these ones are back.
Wanderers.
And now this one's back. The growth rate of pyroxene is
What does peace even look
kind of out of control. Anyway, here's fucking Footmouth, who just cost us our Guan Yu.
Well, this is unusual. Lord Guojia. We hardly ever see you grimace like that.
I feel we're still missing something decisive for the upcoming battle.
Yeah, Guan Yu, it's your fault.
So much already plays to our benefit, but we still lack the final push to guarantee our victory.
How unlike you. Weren't you just telling us to wait for opportunities to present themselves?
Even I would like some control over the battle's outcome.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, Lord Shunyo. What is it?
Lord Cao Cao is calling for all of you. A letter was brought in from Xu Yo of Yuan Shao's army.
Xu Yo, not to be confused with Shun Yo or Shun Yu. Xu Yo?
A man known to both Lord Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, serving directly under Yuan Shao, I believe. I'm curious to see what a message from an acquaintance like him contains.
I'm sure it's definitely not
You must be
treason.
too, Lord Guojia.
I suppose. Let us hope it's good news. One letter could very well turn the tide of war.
Good.
My, things are becoming interesting.
Now that is why everyone's afraid of Lord Guojia.
Why, because he talks all creepy like he's a looming predator? Or a fucking serial killer?
Xu Yo of Yuan Shao's army has sent us a letter. He is unhappy with Yuan Shao and is ready to surrender. He's also included some other pertinent information.
If I may, precisely what is he unhappy about?
That Yuan Shao favors corrupt advisors, prioritizing their suggestions above all. Not only does he reject earnest plans in favor of theirs, but he even imprisons his most loyal servants.
True.
I'm glad you are not like him, my lord. Otherwise, my head would have rolled long ago.
Yeah, there's a whole thing in this section of Yuan Shao just being really bad at taking advice and getting offended whenever his people were like, hey, you're making a mistake. Like, that's why loyal advisors are getting thrown in prison, because they're saying, hey, this plan that you're doing is a mistake. You shouldn't... I don't trust Liu Bei. Like, people were mad at him for letting Liu Bei run off, because it was obviously not in good faith. And he would respond by saying, how dare you go to prison?
I suppose that is the essence of Yuan Shao as a leader.
Thinking back on it, he was always prone to these bad habits. He would show kindness to those who respected him, but enmity toward any who dared to oppose him.
Eager.
But that is irrelevant. What's important is this. According to Shu Yo, supplies for Yuan Shao's army are being gathered in Wu Chao. He says the defenses there are weak, and that it will easily fall if attacked.
Can we trust him?
The man is selfish and greedy.
Oh.
But he would not try to trick me in such a roundabout way.
Sure.
Then let us gather the officers.
Aye. We bring Yuan Shao's fate to an end here.
Battle of Guandu. Cao Cao. Ooh. I genuinely cannot tell if this battle is in Yan province or Sili province. Like, I'm standing in Yan right now and I can hit the fight button. I'm standing in Sili right now and I can hit the fight button. I want it to be in Sili province. I think it is in Sili province because if I put myself on top of the board post, I'm still in Sili. But if I take like a step to the south, I'm in Yan. Oh fuck, that's really, really, really borderline. The camps are definitely on the border. Who knows, maybe it'll give me peace credit for both. That'd be nice. It won't. Be nice though. What's the Ultimate Warrior Challenge? Defeat Yuan Shao without Zhong He's large force disbanding. I might ignore that. That sounds to me like... Well, first of all, it sounds like an easy one. Because you would just charge Yuan Shao, and it's really not that hard to fight a dude and kill him.
Lord Eugene is way...
But it sounds like something that would require me to sequence break, because I'm assuming if we do the storyline of Guandu, which involves, you know, burning down Wu Chao, that's probably going to fuck up Zhong He. So we would probably have to, like, play the battle wrong. Kind of like we had to do with Sharpie, but without the fact that we'd done it before the right way. So I may as well do it the right way and then get the challenge on a reapproach. Yeah, they capture the nuance of Cao Cao versus Yuan Shao very well. Like, Yuan Shao's a blowhard. I don't know that the depiction of him in this game has been proper of that. Like, they talked about him correctly, but when we see him talk to us, he's been out of character because he's too friendly and kind to us. He likes us more than Yuan Shao should. But I think that's just a flaw with the whole Ziluan thing, where just about everybody has to like us. Which ties me back into the #1 criticism I have with this game, which is the character. But as far as, yeah, Cao Cao's part in it and his... He accepts it because Cao Cao is a ruthless fucker who accepts everything no matter how much it hurts him, right? Like, that's his whole thing, was like his dad died and he just takes it stoically and is like, right, well, I can use this. Every situation, no matter how personally bad it is for him. And that'll happen again later when a character dies in the post-Chibi world, and, like, yeah, Cao Cao is devastated by it, but also he doesn't show it. He's like, alright, well, we need to push on with this and let it
being able to live out our days and
create the situation we need. Am I at 50 pyroxene yet? I am 57, so that should be good. Alright, Guandu. Seeing his chance, Cao Cao's challenge Yuan Shao to battle. Defeat Yuan Shao and snatch a daring victory. Also, the reward is crap. It's just a grade 7 weapon, which is the worst category of reward. So, yeah, we'll ignore the challenge for now, but I will replay the mission and get it second.
The difference in strength is clear to see. In terms of pure numbers, we stand no chance.
The guy playing Cao Cao here has a good emotional depth read, where he does play a cold character, but you can pretty easily pick up on his sort of an almost melancholic reflection on things. And that's true of Cao Cao, because Cao Cao was actually a poet. There is Cao Cao poetry that you can go and read. Obviously it's translated, so it's not real. To me, poetry is like a medium where, yes, you can translate it, but you'll never get the true... You haven't really read it unless you speak the language it was written in. I would say. But, like, yeah, he was a thoughtful and in touch with his feelings person. He just had strict control over when and where he exhibited that.
So, we must first attack the heart of the enemy forces.
And by heart, you mean their supplies?
So the stomach of the enemy's forces.
That's right. We will send out 2 units from Guandu to attack both the supply line and their stock of provisions.
Lord Shu Huang, we will have you lead the unit attacking the supply line.
I will not let you down. My men and I will do whatever it takes.
Great.
Lord Cao Cao will lead the other unit himself. We have received word that the enemy has a storehouse in Wuchao that is poorly defended.
Really?
Our scout was certain of it. Xuan Yuchong is defending the provisions. We will attack him and burn the lot.
The easiest way to describe Chun Yuchong is... What if Zhang Fei didn't have any good parts?
The success of this plan rides on the element of surprise. The enemy cannot find out what we're up to. And even if we can conceal our true motives, if Guandu falls before the attack is complete, we're done for.
So we must make sure that Yuan Shao's army in Guandu is dealt with before we even begin.
An assault to their defenses and a surprise attack. If either fails, then all is lost. Let us all play to our strengths and do everything in our power. If we can accomplish that, then victory is assured. Fear not. In this battle, we will show the world our true strength.
What actually happens here is that they cut off...
Well, is everyone here?
They cut off Chun Yuchong's tongue and send him back to Yuan Shao. I think they strip him as well. They send him back to Yuan Shao, humiliated and maimed, to be like... and Yuan Shao just kills him. So he doesn't have a good time in this battle, does Chun Yuchong. This strategy cannot afford to fail. Exercise every ounce of care you can muster. A key battle is about to unfold on the Central Plains. We are to defeat Yuan Shao and protect Lord Cao Cao. It is clear what we must do, and of course, I have already determined how we are to go about it. We must first defend the Guandu garrison. Then we are to make for the enemy's store of provisions. We will leave the defense of Guandu to Xiahou Yuan and Yu Jin. Xu Huang will be tasked with severing the enemy's supply route, while Lord Cao Cao and I will take their storehouse in Wuchao. This approach takes their greater numbers into consideration, but its outcome is precarious. One wrong decision could make all the difference. Therefore, I call upon you generals to carry out my orders to the best of your ability. As for you, no-name McJ-Popface, having you free to make the rounds as a strike force will allow everyone to thrive. The severing of the supply route, the assault on Wuchao, the defense of the Guandu garrison. Watch over all of them, and intervene as needed. That's a lot to shoulder.
Yep.
It is indeed. but it shows precisely how much faith we have placed in you. Well, we have reviewed our plan. All that remains is to trust in each other and give this battle our all. We can go with Guojia, we can go with Shahoduin. We'll take Guojia for now. Most of Cao Cao's people are here, just a couple of generics, including Shuyo, who's fully fighting with us now. We've got Shu Chu, Yue Jin, Li Dian, Zheng Liao, Shu Huang, Shu Eugene, Jia Shu, Shun Yo, Shahud Yuan, Shahud Duin, and Cao Hong as well, who's another generic. Shun Yu isn't here, but that's because he is defending the home base, as he is basically always doing. Zhen Ji has joined Yuan Shao's forces and is fighting in the battle. Again, this battle and her character arc suffers because what happens here, or what's supposed to happen here, is Cao Cao's eldest son, following the death of his son at the Battle of Wan Castle, Cao Ang. Cao Cao's oldest son now is Cao Pi, and he ends up... In the novel, what happens is they conquer Guandu, they storm the city. Cao Pi finds Zhen Ji cowering from the soldiers, raises his sword, about to slaughter her and the women with her, then decides, oh, actually, you're pretty hot, and then takes her as his wife. Now, if that story sounds pretty fucking rapey and awful, yeah, it does, and it is, and it was. In the games, they do it differently. For one thing, she's a battlefield character, and what they do is they have him meet her on the battlefield, flirt with her, and determine that he wants her and is going to steal her from her current husband, Yuan Shi, who is Yuan Shao's second son and doesn't appear to be here. I can see his oldest son Yuan Tan and his third son Yuan Shang, but I don't see Yuan Shi. So, yeah, eventually they defeat all of the Yuans, and then Cao Pi and Zhen Ji fall in love, and she's usually his backup in all of his scenes. But he's not here because they cut him from the game, even though he has an important role to play here because he meets his wife. That's dumb! They shouldn't have done that. I guess the idea was, he's more important in the later stages because, I mean, he's Cao Cao's heir, right? So, as the years tick by, his importance increases, right? But it's very dumb to cut him from this game. You don't need Shu Huang. You don't need Li Dian and Yue Jin. They don't do anything in this game. Eugene's interesting enough. Jia Shu has a big role. The Xiahous are fine. Shu Chu's fine. Guojia is important. Probably don't need Shun Yu and Shun Yo, really. Any of them you could have cut instead of Cao Pi.
With me here, I suppose our victory is all but assured.
Now go.
Onward to battle. One that will decide the very fate of this land.
The time has come. We shall finally face Yuan Shao and finish this.
That's
My elite soldiers, pour your...
That's a banger of a force. So that large force, it just immediately rushes you.
Sweat and blood into our efforts to grasp victory here.
I guess I shouldn't fight it. I guess I should go do Wu Chao.
Go, go!
This incredible formation is the embodiment of our strength. Onward, with your heads held high. Our military might is overwhelming. That much is plain to see. All we have to do is forge ahead and crush them underfoot.
All right, our transports are ready. Let's go! The supplies we bring to our forces shall bolster their efforts.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Han Juzi is now moving toward Shanghe with a supply.
The enemy is sending forward transport units. Now is the time.
Sever their supply line.
This territory is ours.
The enemy has set its sights on the Guandu garrison. We'll head to Wu Chao and aim for their provisions. We are at a critical juncture, so I shall go as well. I leave the defense of the base to you.
With all my might.
I like that because Cao Cao is not at the home base, they've they've put a replacement there as in Cao Hong, and they've also made the fall of the main base a defeat condition.
Now advance!
The worst has passed. Now we must go on the offensive. With all my might.
Our march is about to commence.
Looking rough.
Onward!
But yeah, when I do the challenge run for this, I'm just going to literally ignore the battle and just
advance.
ride to Yuan Shao and fuck him up.
We will intercept these foes. Defend it to the last. Let not a single man through.
An opening.
March forward.
Take that. They choose to fight back despite our imposing show of force. We'll just have to strive harder to break their spirit. An opening!
I see the position has been secured. This should prevent the enemy from building more weapons.
An opening! Take it! We've delivered the provisions, everyone. Come. Let us attack with renewed vigor. Take that with all my might.
What's Xu Huang up to? He's made it. He's cut off the.
Leave this. The enemy officer.
The first guy
seems to be going well for us.
Western.
Perhaps we should push on now. I would like to draw the enemy's attention away from Wu Chao.
March forward.
Oh, Eugene's going to the west.
Let's go.
The enemy force is tremendous in scale. If we don't galvanize our forces, we'll be swallowed up in an instant.
Shebang!
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's
We're
go.
nearly there. Wu Chao is the second base, so we're gonna have to push through this one quickly as we can.
Yes!
I will break you.
Rough.
Take that. You're in. I've been waiting for this.
Shebang!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
Is that it? This territory is ours. Let's go.
This is the fate of all who oppose me.
What? An ambush from Cao Cao's forces?
Who's that? Oh, hello! Right, you're in Wu Chao. Cool.
You left the garrison undefended? We have to drive them
I think
back.
she looks better in yellow than blue. Like, we fought her before at Chibi, but...
We cannot allow Wu Chao to fall into their hands, no matter what!
An opening.
Surprise attack begins now. This may be our best chance to rout them.
Break you!
Oh, never mind. You're not going to be difficult at all. Okay.
There's some commotion to the north. There we go. Could Wu Chao be under attack?
I was prepared for this the moment I set foot on the battlefield. We shall fight together, with all we have to muster.
The enemy
A lady
officer
of her standing
has
would
been
fight
defeated.
together with us? This is no time to cower in the face of Cao Cao's forces.
Looking rough.
Let's do this! With her at our side, our spirits will remain strong.
We shall fight with the power of Lady.
Let's end this.
You know what?
This is
Fair
our
enough.
chance to turn this battle around. Put all the officers guarding this area to the sword.
Could be done better.
Stop hitting me. It's going to be weak.
Take that! The enemy officer has been defeated.
You'll accept this, won't you?
This ends here! I'm struggling out here. With all my might. The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's end this.
Looking, this territory
Cao Cao's
is
army.
ours.
Oh, God.
They are a veritable storm, shaking the House of Yuan and this era to their very core.
This might do it!
No! Look what they've done to her! We can't go on!
All of the guards are out of the picture. Well done.
Let's go.
Now we shall obliterate the morale of Yuan Shao's men. Burn it all! Set their provisions ablaze!
Where did Eugene go? Huh, he didn't bother to take the base over there? Yeah, fire's effective. Hey, it's outside.
Things are proceeding favorably. Now let's keep up the pressure.
The most interesting depiction of Wu Chao is actually in one of the oldest games, Dynasty Warriors 3. In every other game, Wu Chao is a spot on the map that you go to and you burn, and it changes the morale of the battle, and you win from there, right? In Dynasty Warriors 3, there are 4 bases, and any of them could be Wu Chao, and it randomizes which one is, and the way it does that is that the officer Shun Yu Kyong is located in the real Wu Chao, and beating him fulfills the condition and burns it. And so they just put him in one of the 4 and change where he is. Now, you'd think that wouldn't work because you can identify where officers are on the map, and that's true. But specifically in Dynasty Warriors 3, you couldn't always. In Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4, and I think 5, you would have major officers, and then you would have sub-officers. So say, for example, Yuan Shao might have his sons as sub-officers under his command. And so you would click on Yuan Shao's name, and then you would look at the sub-officers and find where they were located. That's how it worked in 5 and I think 4. In 3, you couldn't do that for the sub-officers. It would tell you who they were, but you couldn't identify where sub-officers were located on the map. So because Chun Yu Cheong was considered a sub-officer, he was invisible. You had to find him. And so every time you played Guandu, you had to systematically go to these 4 bases. And so sometimes you get lucky and you'd have an easier battle, but other times, if it was the 4th one you'd found, ooh, you're in trouble by that point.
Reporting! Wu Chao is burning! All our provisions are up in flames!
What did you say? Damn you, Cao Cao! Now you've done it!
Yeah,
so that large force is going to collapse now. So for the
This should
challenge, you
work
would
well in
need to
dampening
not
their
do Wu Chao,
spirits.
I think.
Still, the enemy is great in number. Now the real fight begins.
With all my might. With all my might.
Can't go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take that. This territory is ours.
let's go.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could. How much of the large force is left?
It's finished. Come on, what are you waiting
Half
for?
of it,
Let's
but-
get this fight started!
Such turbulent times force even friends to fight one another.
I feel like I shouldn't.
But I've no other choice.
Let's go.
The finale.
Because Jung Ho probably has dialogue after he loses, and I don't want to skip it.
The enemy officer has been defeated. We give our all. The enemy
Yeah,
officer
there goes that.
has been defeated.
This is the fate of all who
Fight to
oppose
bring
me.
glory to our forces.
The enemy officer
Each one of Cao
has been
Cao's men
defeated.
is worth 10 of ours. We have no chance. We must retreat for now.
Come now.
Interesting, he's only temporarily gone. Because he,
Incredible.
in the book,
We were able to repel
surrenders
such a large
before
force.
the battle
I can hardly believe we actually pulled it
and
off.
actively starts fighting against
The
Yuan
winds
Shao.
have changed direction. They now blow in our favor. This is our chance to crush Yuan Shao. Now advance!
I could give 10 reasons why Lord Cao Cao prevailed against Yuan Shao. That is in addition to our help, of course. How could he possibly lose?
That's a reference. Cao Cao was like worried about his ability to win, and he asks Guo Jia, he says, what do you think? Do you think we can actually win this, or do you think Yuan Shao's going to overwhelm us? And Guo Jia rattled off 10 reasons why Cao Cao was superior to Yuan Shao, and it was perhaps one of the most eloquent and incredible displays of bootlicking ever demonstrated in the novel, and that's saying a lot.
Maintain order and advance.
We'd better stop here. Panicking won't help anything.
You know, for the force that's 10 times outnumbered, I'd say we still have quite a lot of men. Assemble!
Do not fear. I shall trust in our strength to the very end. Onward, my brave men! Almost at an end!
So you come, Cao Cao. It's finally time to finish this. The intertwining of our fates ends here and now.
Let's end this.
I hope this surprises you.
Pathetic. Gather up with all my might.
Oh, looking rough.
With all my might. An opening. Take this.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started!
Looking rough.
Time to jump. I fight to bring glory to our forces.
Yes.
I'm the pride of the UN. I shall crush our enemies. Everyone, steel yourselves and form rank.
Overwhelming charge, huh? Killing horses?
Behold.
No, we need to defeat Yuan Shao's sons, okay.
All units, prepare to attack! They're looking for a chance to strike.
Whereabouts are the bastards? There's one.
We don't bring down the commanding officers. We will suffer heavy losses.
Looking rough.
Take this! I see you.
When I look at Yuan Tan, I can't help but think it's a shame that he's not a member of the Sun family. Imagine just having a character named Sun Tan.
Looking rough. Looking rough.
Get lost! With all my might!
Boy, you sure are something. A true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Go.
Oi!
Looking rough.
Stop
Looking rough.
you fucking horse.
Whoa.
I'm in the middle of fighting you.
An opening.
Cao Cao, you have done well to come this far in our battle. Yet, you are still greatly outnumbered. Surely in all your wisdom, you have realized the truth, that you cannot possibly win this battle.
The enemy officer
Many impossible feats have been performed
Say
during
it's the
this
opposite
struggle.
of this, actually.
They all seem to have slipped your notice. The fierce warriors that fight under my banner are worth 10 times their number. Soon,
Dude, will you stop running
my
away?
strength runs.
We've an interloper in our midst.
It's time to overwhelm the enemy. My elite soldiers, go forth and decimate them.
What if? I want to catapult barrage in. That's what I want to do.
Things are looking
Bang.
rough. I won't be able to take care of this all on my own.
With all my might.
Insolent.
The enemy officer
Forcing us
to
to
break
break
off
off
our
our
assault. The enemy officer
To overcome
has
all
been defeated.
odds
To make it this far. We have both exhausted our respective talents. A true battle among battles. As such, I, Jung-Hoo, shall put everything on the line.
Got this.
You call yourself Jung-Hoo? Oh, he wants a duel now. That makes sense.
Some days, your gut feeling can let you down. Those are the days I need you the most.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
I figured out what the duel symbol is. If you look on the minimap, you'll see that Jung-Hoo is glowing with a pair of swords. Here. That means he wants a duel.
Okay, get ready now. We've only just begun to fight. Let's cover some ground.
An opening.
Impressive. The enemy officer has been defeated. Such turbulent times force even friends to fight one another. But I've no other choice. Huh. See it. Let's go.
Not a good outcome for you, Jean.
All my might. This is as far as I go. The enemy officer. I fought with everything I had till the very end. Although defeated, I've never been so light of heart.
While others merely boasted superior numbers, he displayed his superior
The enemy
skill.
officer has been
It would
defeated.
be a terrible waste to dispose of him here.
This cannot be. My forces were vast, and yet they crumble. How am I being defeated?
The generosity of your family is widely known. It has drawn this large army to your side. I cannot deny such a feat, Yuan Shao.
I do hope you'll be satisfied.
But with great numbers come many voices, and an inability to make quick decisions. In war, that is a weakness you cannot afford. I do not hesitate. They know
The
my
enemy officer
significant
has
voice.
been defeated.
That is what sets me apart. I impose my will by force, and my will is to bring peace to the land.
I've been bested.
The enemy officer
I
has been defeated.
judge the situation poorly.
Okay, saying that exact line right after that epic speech really undercuts it, but I get it. You said that because you're hurting.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
This is the end for you, Yuan Shao. It's time to finish this.
I should take these bases.
No use acting tough with you. Give me a hand here.
I regret that I must implore you for aid like this. But your presence sets my mind at ease.
You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
All my might.
You weren't able to leave me in danger, were you?
The enemy officer
You truly
been
are
defeated.
one of a kind.
Looking rough. Is that it?
We must find a way to overcome this situation.
Well, clearly you haven't trained hard enough, Eugene.
Looking rough. Take this. Is that it? Is that it?
This territory is ours.
It's alright, guys. I'm swinging back around. I got you.
The battle is decided, but I will not flee. I shall lead my forces into oblivion to honor the proud Yuan clan.
Thank you for
Skyrim,
rushing in to
maybe.
save me. Help me be free from this predicament.
It's newer.
Ah, it is you. Then I've nothing more to worry about.
Let's go.
Though by no means is it new.
With all my might.
The curtain draws here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I cannot afford to fall
Bethesda
here.
made games people wanted to play instead of wasting half a decade on some stupid sci-fi IP that nobody played.
Take this. An opening. Take that. This territory is ours.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Man, every single person in Cao Cao's forces has
So
to
you've come.
ask for help
Sorry,
at
but
least
your help
once.
is needed here.
It's just Yuan Shao on his
It
own.
was a truly
God.
embarrassing spectacle. Still, thank you for your help.
Go. That was much too close. I will forever remember this favor. That is. Take this. Let's cover some ground.
You should be honored.
With all my might. An opening is our Don't hold back. Got you. Take that. Take that. Is that it? With all my might. Take that. Is that it? With all my might.
More than halfway.
Take that. Looking rough.
I wonder.
None other could accomplish such feats. Continue to perform in this manner.
Looking rough. With all my might. Looking rough. Time to attack. Take that with all my might. Looking rough.
You should be honored.
Looking rough. Take that.
What? Impossible.
Goodbye. At least until I redo this immediately to get the challenge done.
I am defeated.
But it'll be faster because we just go straight to Yuan
has
Shao.
defeated me. What does he possess that I do not?
Me. He's got me.
So we've lost him.
Allow me to give chase.
No need. His fate is sealed regardless of whether or not we pursue. Yuan Shao. You once told me that you would be the one to restore the entire land. I suppose history will prove who was right. You are a man of true virtue. Another time, you might have been the victor. But it seems history would not accept you as the hero that will bring these wars to an end. Let us go, Zluan. We have stepped over many bodies to get here. We have much left to do.
After a fierce battle, Cao Cao bested Yuan Shao in Guandu. Though Yuan Shao managed to flee the field, he passed away before he could regain his advantage. With Yuan Shao defeated, Cao Cao's force was recognized as the greatest in the land. Chapter 4 complete.
Cao Cao emerged victorious from a decisive battle with Yuan Shao, becoming the most powerful individual in the land.
It is
He
historically
actively
accurate.
strove to establish hegemony over Hebei,
But they could have just
and
killed
in
him off in
turn,
the fight.
the entire land. The Sun clan fell into turmoil after being tragically deprived of their lord once again.
No.
However, with their combination of capable youth and dependable seniority, they were able to secure territory for the kingdom of Wu. Their future now lay in the hands of their young leader. Liu Bei had yet to establish his territory and could not realistically attempt to gain supremacy. But he focused on gaining something worthwhile out of his indecision. The turbulent sea of the era turned into a powerful whirlpool, and before long, into a violent torrent. Chapter 5. With Zhuge Liang's assistance, Liu Bei decides on a plan to gain power. A decisive battle is held at Chibi.
Shu County, Yingchuan Commandery, Yu Province.
As of yesterday, Yuan Shao is no more.
But his sons now continue his legacy. They have set up a stronghold in Ji Province.
Ji will not fall easily.
Oh, gee.
On the contrary, before his death, Yuan Shao made one fatal error.
Oh?
He didn't appoint a true successor. Isn't that right, Lord Jiashu?
Correct. And wars over succession are very common in such times. Yuan Shao knew as much, and I believe he intended for his youngest son, Yuan Sheng, to take over.
But he passed before he could set that in stone. The brothers have already begun fighting. It may make things easier than when Yuan Shao was alive.
Lord Goja.
Sorry I'm late. I may have had a little too much to drink last night. I found myself giving in to any number of temptations. I'm afraid my weaknesses were exploited.
Ha ha! How rare to see a mighty strategist in such a state.
Men are as surprising as the world around them. Who would have thought the Yuan family's grip on Hebei would end up so loose today? Several officers surrendered to us in Guandu. They may be able to help us take Hebei for ourselves.
Hooray! Hooray! Damn straight, Ark.
Oh, it's you.
Glad to have you here. Nice outfit change.
Thank you. Leaving the House of Yuan was difficult, but I have long awaited this day. That ideal battlefield we spoke of. I believe joining you is the best way to find it. Though I may have once been your enemy, I am honored to now fight by your side. It is truly a pleasure.
I cannot believe that this guy's personality went the way like he's gone from being the only gay man in the cast to being the only straight man in the cast. Because he isn't showing any interest in us beyond the normal. Likewise.
Let us fight bravely for Lord Cao Cao. Still, Lord Yuan Shao's children and the rest of his family remain in control of Hie. It is my hope that they will not be involved in our future battles. Especially knowing that Lord Yuan Shi's wife will protect the Yuan family at all costs.
Zhenji. Lord Yuan Shi's wife. She hasn't surrendered yet?
Yes. A capable woman, as brave as any warrior I know.
Interesting choice.
It could be said that she is the one who keeps the UN family and their troops going. But do not be mistaken. I too am a man of war. Should they stand in our way, I will not hesitate to strike them down. However, in these troubled times, it does not do to be completely heartless.
You're a man of war? You don't look like a big boat to me. I've played Black Flag. I know what a man of war is. Shahoduin. I'll be at that place in the city. No-name McJ-Popface. Come to that restaurant facing the street. It's high time we dispense with the formalities and have a meal together as men. To be honest, I find myself more able to relax when you're around. Most of the people around me these days talk a little bit too much. Well, I suppose that isn't so bad in and of itself. Anyway, make sure you're good and hungry before we meet. No-name McJ-Popface, will you join me in the city? I'll show you a great place to eat, and then we can feast to our heart's content. Oh, I could hardly wait. Meeting you, eating all that delicious food, it all sounds so wonderful. I hope you feel the same. Forgive my impertinence once more. No-name McJ-Popface, I've been stricken with a sudden desire to meet you. Even on my busiest days, it is your face that runs through my mind. And it's because there is something that I must tell you at all costs. I know that you are busy as well. But would you mind meeting me somewhere nearby? Just tell me where, and I'll come running. I mean, will you bring wine or something? Jesus. So we have 2 missions to do, and we have... this. But that's not counting the the 3 letters we just read aren't on this list. We have 14 characters to talk to. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get all of the training out of this so that I can do that. Peace has risen in Silly Province. Cool. Has it concluded? Bucket's close, but it's not quite there. Perhaps for my training I'll do some silly skirmishes. What I'm gonna do is try and get the because like I don't want to. It's about stop time, right? So we'll do the rest of it tomorrow, but I want to get all the training I can get out of people. So let's do a bit of a stock take of who is eligible to give me training and who isn't. Because if all they have is their level 5 conversation, then that can wait. So Guojia might have training. Joshu, I think, did have training. Li Dian, I think he had a request, so he wouldn't have training. Shahoduin is ready to finish, but I'm going to have his conversation anyway because he'll give me a Podao battle art, which I can work on. Shu Huang cannot. Shu Shu cannot. Shunyo, if he has a request, won't, as will Shunyu won't either. Eugene can't. Yue Jin can't. Zhang He can't, and Zhang Liao can't. That's great. Zhen Ji, I think we have to wait until we deal with her more, and obviously Diao Chan isn't here. It's really weird that they didn't conclude that one, but I'm sure there's a...
I wonder...
I'm sure there's something to unlock somewhere.
Whatever happened to the...
Yeah, so Yue Jin cannot.
I'm surprised to
Joshu
hear that the
has
young
training,
ones
so
don't
we'll
know
grab
that Lord Jiashu used to be an enemy.
No-name McJ-Popface. These days I'm never surprised to hear talk of your prolific exploits. Nothing pleases a strategist more than having strong soldiers at his disposal, especially a strategist like me who pushes for the risky attacks. You're already a very valuable asset on the battlefield, but I want you to keep improving your skills even further. It would be a shame if we lost you.
Dramatic success, wheels strong attacks, wheels recovery. So Guojia is actually the storyline continuation. So he could give us training, but he's not gonna. Yeah, Li Dian, Shunyu, Shunyo, and Cao Cao will have requests. That's fine. We can do those next time. Who else then do I need to speak to? I think we established that most of them can't. Well, let's get Duns done. Let's get done.
We've grown in strength since you arrived. We're at a point where we can rival any other faction. Are you hungry? Eat and drink your fill. Don't worry. You've more than earned it.
Can I call you Dun?
If you like. I feel we're close enough now. The real problems lie ahead of us. Though we have gained strength, our army organization is lagging.
No, that's just my CPU.
We've grown
sometimes.
too big and too fast. The troops need training. We need equipment. Our structure needs reviewing. Provisions need securing. There is always more work to be done. My suffering will continue a little while longer, it seems. I'm glad we dragged you into our forces. You're a great officer, and useful as my eyes and ears. Cao Cao is impressed with you too, especially with how you command your troops. I hate to admit this, but I can't imagine doing this without you.
I imagined as much.
Arrogant as always. That's what I like about
That's
you.
what I like about you.
We're at the point where Cao Cao's goal of ending the chaos and forging a new era is finally within reach. The coming battles will have huge ramifications for the fate of the land. I can't say I'm not excited. All the more so, because you're here. Together, we'll open up a path for Cao Cao to achieve conquest.
Burgeoning devastation. It's only a 3. Okay. Zheng Liao, do you not have friendship? Is that just a
Hard to
conversation?
stay motivated as tired as...
With Xu Huang.
Lord Guan Yu has safely returned to Liu Bei.
Ah, more about this.
Though I was
fucker.
glad for his presence, Lord Guan Yu seemed ill at ease during his time here.
Of course he was.
Like a sword, returned to its scabbard. It seems he is back where he belongs.
Now we may finally be able to stop Lord Guan Yu's unwavering blade. We are to be enemies. We must not let our erstwhile friendships stand in our way.
That goes without saying. Our personal lives have no bearing on the war. When next we meet, I will put aside my past with Lord Guan Yu and face him with everything I have.
Why do we just creep on people's conversations? Now Zheng Liao has a friendship conversation. What are we down to now? 10 people. Okay. Will you give me a battle art? Or are we not that far along with you?
I'm just finishing up my training. If you have the time, I'd like to get to know you a bit better.
You seem more cheerful.
I do. Perhaps some of my troubles have left me since last we talked. Do you remember the last time we spoke? I was conflicted about my reason to fight. At the time, I believed I was simply a weapon for my lord. That was all I could think of. That was why I couldn't understand Lord Cao Cao when he spoke of the future.
You were doubtful at the time.
I was indeed. I'm afraid I caused you unnecessary bother, but no need to worry anymore. After fighting alongside you and all our great allies, I finally understand. Becoming a Lord's weapon does not mean to simply fight mindlessly. It means to take the will of one's Lord as their own. And if the Lord treads off the true path, they must be prepared to correct them. That is true fealty. That unyielding spirit is the mark of becoming a Lord's weapon. When I said I would ensure Lord Louis Bu was punished in the afterlife, Lord Cao Cao saw through me. He saw that this blade can still be sharpened further.
That's a lot of thinking for you.
Are you trying to lighten the mood?
Just worried about your head.
I'll take it as your way of offering encouragement. However, this revelation of mine is still fresh. I may yet lose my way once again. If I do, I hope you can help me one more time. As someone with the same Lord, who knows all my flaws and insecurities, I entrust to you my everything, my dearest friend.
I mean, that's pretty tame compared to some things that have been said to me by these desperate men. But, yeah, there's another battle art. That's good. That means there's only 2 more to get. There's one from Guojia, and one that has got to be from finishing the peace level somewhere. Yan is nearly done. Qing has a bit to go. Ji has a bit to go. Yo has a lot to go, but it has a mission right now, so that's good. Yan should probably finish with that battle mission. Silly is tantalizingly close. La, 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 la. If I do some skirmishes in Silly, I might be able to finish it off camera, and then we can have full peace there tomorrow. But it's hard to say because it does take a while for skirmishes to have an effect. But I'll try to do my battle arts in here. Six more characters. I have managed to push them down a little. No, there's more than that, isn't there? 9. Okay, just I was too focused. One of them is storyline though, so it's really 8. 4 of them are requests. So yeah, there's 4 more conversations to be had. I might just see about blasting through them before I stop, and then do the requests next time.
Oh, it's you! I mean, hello, sir. Here for Lord Eugene's training?
Against my better judgment.
He's earned quite a reputation after the victory at the Battle of Guandu was credited to his strict training.
Bullshit! The victory at the Battle of Guandu should be credited to that fucking supply house we blew up.
A lot of new faces today, saying they want to undergo his training.
I'll come back another time.
If you're worried about the large number of people, don't be.
No, I don't want to be.
They'll be gone soon enough. You and us are about the only people tough enough to endure Lord Eugene's grueling training. Strange, though. He seems a bit later than normal today. It's rare he's not on time.
Hey, he's here! And Lord Cao Cao is with him.
I've come here today to give praise to Eugene and his achievements. My strategists tell me that our victory at Guandu was due to order being maintained in the castle, despite the disadvantage. That was achieved by Eugene, a man without peer. You should be proud to receive guidance from him.
I'm grateful for the generous words.
Well then, work hard.
He sure didn't stay long, huh? Well, I imagine he's quite busy.
Which makes it pretty incredible he came here just to praise Lord Eugene, huh? I know I was moved.
You, over there. Have I not made it clear that there is to be no personal conversation? Now 2,000 practice swings for all of you, including newcomers.
I figured as much.
Then line up in formation. No one receives special leniency here.
What about you? Did you do it?
Time to commence the drills. Prepare yourselves.
Because I could go do 2,000 practice swings on the battlefield and kill about 20,000 people.
Quite a few ended up running away.
Maybe it was too harsh.
What are you saying now? If we don't separate the wheat from the chaff here, we'll hold back those who have provided years of distinguished service. Those who understand what we are trying to achieve here ought to be able to sense that for themselves. I'll continue with little mind for how I may appear. After all, I have you and Lord Cao Cao, who see through to the heart of things. Thank you.
Sure, you grumpy fucker. Shu Huang has arrived.
I suppose you have come to train as well. Might we do this together? Training alone does have its limits after all.
I just trained with Eugene. I never want to train again. Aren't you tired?
I appreciate the concern, but I can afford little time to rest. After the Battle of Guandu, Lord Cao Cao is one step closer to his goal. It is now that we must exercise the most vigilance. For we shall serve him as his officers, even after he has unified the lands.
You're too hard on yourself.
No need to worry, for this comes naturally to me. After joining Lord Cao Cao's army, I have met many great warriors. Guan Yu, Xiang Liao, and you, of course. I have since done my best not to be left behind, and I have finally begun to realize what I must do. I am to seek new heights as a warrior, ones that only I can reach. This is my current goal.
I know you have what it takes.
Those words bring me more strength than you could imagine. You have always supported me. I was only able to decide my path because I had you as my friend. Since our encounter at Shuijing Retreat, and even after I entered into Lord Cao Cao's service, you've helped this fool immeasurably. I will master the warrior's path, so that I will not be ashamed in front of my greatest comrade. Would you watch over me on my journey?
Sure. Shoot you, Jin. That's it.
Hey, thanks for coming. I know you're busy.
I'm ready to eat.
Great! Glad to hear it. I've got some special meals prepared for you today. Remember what I said about continuing to work the fields? Well, I managed to get enough for a meal, so I had them cook it up for you.
So you've just been doing farm work in the background to feed me?
It's all as fresh as can be. Eat as much as you want. Where I'm from,
It's quite good being everybody's
we
fixation.
do these harvest festivals each year. Boy, that brings back memories. Wonder how the folks are doing back home.
The vegetables we grew there were so fresh, too, like you wouldn't believe.
I imagine they're doing much better since the war went away to other provinces.
We helped each other out and worked hard. So we had some amazing harvests. But then, some no-good bureaucrat came around and told us to give it to him. Kids went hungry when we got hit with droughts. But that was nothing compared to being leeched on by greedy officials.
That's unforgivable.
Appreciate the anger. But you know, we all ended up just accepting it. We were already so tired from working in the fields, you know. We thought that's just the way things are. So when we met Lord Cao Cao, now that was a surprise. Whenever I look at him, I feel like our hard work really will end up paying off one day. He's an amazing man, someone we gotta protect. If I can work the fields again, under Lord Cao Cao's rule, I'll be happy. And you can help me dig up dirt.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Sounds great, huh? And we can even take naps after working the fields.
Well, let's divide the work up. You dig the dirt, I'll take the naps.
I bet we can work a really big place with the two of us. Oops, the food's getting cold. Let's eat already. There's plenty here to fill ourselves up on. Food, hopes, and dreams. Hey?
Hard to stay motivated as tired as we are.
I'm surprised to hear that the young ones don't.
I apologize for calling upon you again, and being tardy at that. But I am glad to see you.
Uh-huh. You seem busy.
I am, but I wanted to see you. That's why I sent you a message, even though I thought it might be a bother. The battle in Guandu is over, so I wanted to speak with you about the future. We fought in many battles together, and I feel our bond is now unbreakable. At the same time, our Lord has continued to make great strides toward unifying the nation. My aim is to lead the way on the battlefield. Lord Xiahou Dun, Zheng Liao, and Li Dian too. Our Lord has incredibly dependable people in his ranks. My current goal is to prove myself to you, even amongst such esteemed company.
You already have.
I have? To hear you say that is... I fear the excitement might go to my head. I might end up volunteering for a perilous mission. Right now, we fight alongside each other as equals. But one day, I want to be the one leading the way.
Well, you want to beat me? Well, you want.
I hope to become the sort of officer who inspires absolute faith in his troops. If possible, I'd like you to make sure I don't lose sight of that goal.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. That puts my mind at ease. Now I can charge on ahead. Oh, and remember the record I was creating for us to share memories? Back then, I felt a distance between us. But with all the memories we've made together, now I feel a lot closer to you.
Great.
So, how about a training session for old time's sake? Let's do all we can to ensure our deeds go down in history. Well, let us go.
There we go. Li Dian, Shunyu all have requests, as does Cao Cao, but I think... I don't think the request actually affects his bond. I mean, it might, but it doesn't count on this list, because he'll have a... He's at level 4, and he'll have a level 5 conversation.
Oh, it's you.
Because, like, none of them have... Like, Liu Bei gave me requests too, but it's not listed here. So yeah, Guo Jia needs a bit more. Don't have any option with him right now because he's the story conversation. Jia Shu, I'll do his training off screen and then get his final conversation tomorrow. Li Dian will do his request tomorrow and then get his final conversation after that. Shin Zhou and Yu, same deal. We'll get their requests done and finish them then. Zhang He has a final conversation, but he's not currently offering it. And everybody else is maxed. So we'll be able to max these three. Yeah, they'll just leave, it'll leave Dian Wei, Guo Jia, Zhang He, Jin Ji, and Diao Chan.
Go show him what you're made of.
You returned from a failed attempt to get your ADHD drugs, insurance being paid, and without it you would have to pay $1,000. Well, I'm glad that you have that then. We're finished. We're finishing up now. You've missed...
and members of the UN family.
Like 7 Bond conversations. There were 14 characters on the map. We've got them down to 5. The ones that remain just have requests. The only training was this one by Jia Shu, so I'll try and work on that while I'm off. Get as many of these done as I can. Hopefully, the dramatic success might take a battle or two, but these two will be easy enough. So if you want to go listen to the story, then go back in time for that. But otherwise, I'm gonna turn the stream off. I'm gonna redo that last battle and get the challenge done there, and then I'll probably do skirmishes in Silly Province, because you see how close it is to maximum? And I don't think there's another major battle here. There might be a side mission here, but I'll see if I can max it anyway. Ow. Phew. But yeah, I will keep playing this now and get some of the off-stream stuff done, but I will turn the cameras off. So I'll be back tomorrow with the requests, the side missions, all the actual content that you haven't seen before. I'll just do the grindy stuff and be ready to go. Fare thee well.